Join in as Al's Deli celebrates its 5th anniversary. Nestled in downtown Cleveland's 55 Erie View Plaza building, Al's Deli serves breakfast, lunches, delicious Middle Eastern dishes, and has catering too. Al's Deli, a hidden treasure for your tummy. Log on for money-saving coupons today.
Hi, Murray Plasko from Fashion Floors, here to remind you that Fashion Floors has a wide selection of carpet and the newest and hottest in hardwood flooring. Plus, we have the very latest in green products like bamboo and cork. Think big, save big, get 12 months same as cash. Call or come see us today.
You know, the most important relationship you have, and I say this to all my clients, is with yourself, and that has to do with health. Now, with women, we're used to getting mammograms once a year, maybe every other year. Do you know that there is a tool that can really help you figure out if you might be leading toward breast cancer? And we have someone here who's going to help explain that. And this is Dr. Sherry Tenpenny. You're the president and CEO of Osteomed 2, which as of November 1st, you have a new name, Tenpenny Integrated Medical Center. Thank you so much for being here. So would you explain to everybody, I'm familiar with the tool because I've had it. Tell everybody what this new tool is.
Well, thermography is an infrared scan, so it doesn't use heat. It only uses heat, and it doesn't use compression or pain or radiation. And it's looking for areas of concern in the breast tissue that can show up several years before it shows up on a mammogram. Okay. So it's an early warning detector. It looks for areas of heat and abnormality, and it's like a warning sign.
I just want to stop you for a second because I want everybody to understand this. You are not putting your breast in between two plastic things and squishing it, right?
Right.
Okay.
The camera is about the size of a small purse. It sits across the room from you, and so it takes a scan, an infrared scan, and it looks for areas of heat and concern in the breast tissue. I like to relate it to people who go and get a blood test for cholesterol, and they find that their cholesterol is extraordinarily high, and it was a surprise to them, but it offers them time to make lifestyle changes, to lose weight, start exercising, change their diet. The same thing if something shows up abnormal on a thermogram, it's a warning signal that there may be something going on that you need to make some changes.
Okay, so I'm picturing this. I'm getting this thermogram, right, and you see something that looks suspicious. Do I need to worry that I have breast cancer?
No, what this is it's a screening test and a warning sign. Now, the thermogram is actually scored on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 and 2 is normal, 4 and 5 is high risk, which may mean that if you have not had a mammogram in the last 2 years, that you need to do that, because this is a test of your physiology.
Oh, okay.
A mammogram is a test of your anatomy.
So you're not saying, correct me if I'm wrong, you're not saying pitch out the mammogram, right? I don't know, are you?
I'm saying that there is a more appropriate tool for screening that can identify things years before you see it on a mammogram. You know how people many times have had normal mammograms for 7 or 8 years in a row, and on year 9 they find out they have cancer. That was going on for 8 or 9 years, and this is a tool that can help you identify that before it shows up on a mammogram.
Okay, I need you to help me understand something. If this is a tool, it's been around for how long?
Since 1982, it was approved by the FDA for use as an adjunctive tool for assessing breast health.
Help me understand the reason why we don't know about this.
I think it's because doctors are not trained to know what to do with an abnormal thermogram. They're not trained in nutrition and lifestyle changes and diet and supplements and things like iodine and turmeric and all kinds of health things that people can do. Okay. So they've only been trained in their medical training to know what to do once something shows up on a mammogram. But the thermogram is really the tool of the 21st century, and particularly since they've changed the rules now about starting mammograms at age 50 instead of age 40.
One last question, because this is really important. Is it covered by health insurance?
Some people, if you've got HSA plans or you've got health savings accounts, you can get it covered by insurance. Routine general insurance, unfortunately, does not cover it.
Okay, okay. Listen, this is radical information. Thank you so much for being here. And
thank you so much for having me.
Of course. And if you'd like to know more about this, you can get a hold of Dr. Tenpenny at Tenpenny Integrated Medical Center as of 11/1. But before then, it's Osteomed 2. You can call Dr. Tenpenny at 440-239-3438 or log on to tenpennyimc.com. We'll have more in just a minute.
Next, we need to talk about money. We'll get the conversation started and tell you how to keep it going. Then, are you forgiving when your child is forgetful? Coach Kathy will help you figure out if you're doing your child a favor.
This is one of my favorite segments. It's called the Romance Review, and it's where I review different things every week. I'll review restaurants and movies and books. This week I'm reviewing a book. It's called 1001 Ways to Be Romantic by Gregory P. Godek. Now, this book's been around for probably 20 years almost. It's got many, many editions, but a lot of people don't know about it. If you feel like you're romantically challenged or your partner's romantically challenged, you have to get this book and put it in your relationship resource library. It's broken down into digestible chunks. That's what I love about it. And Gregory P. Godek even gives you sometimes 800 numbers to go ahead and find ways to romance your partner. So I highly recommend it. Have fun with it. It's a great tool. We'll be right back for the next segment.
For those who struggle with drug and alcohol addiction, finding the courage to change is the first step to lasting recovery. Discover life in recovery. Discover Glen Bay.
Glen Bay, nationally recognized drug and alcohol treatment for adults. Discover more at glenbay.com.
One of the most important relationships you have is with money. I have to believe this is true, that you interact with the dollar bill probably more than you interact with people. Well, I'm very excited because we have someone here today who's like a walking encyclopedia about money. His name is Ken Butsey. He's a financial planner. He's with Integrity First Planners, and he's going to kind of give us an overview of what he's going to keep talking about over the weeks. Ken, thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, we have a lot to talk about. I mean, this is a huge relationship with money. Kind of give us a little overview of what to expect.
Well, one of the things that's happened over the last number of years is the government has sort of changed the emphasis on how people save. It used to be you went to work, and when you retired, the government gave you a check or your company gave you a check. The emphasis since the mid-'70s has switched to now you have to save for your own retirement. And so what we're going to do is talk about many of the different facets relating to that.
And you have this thing about plans, like you got a one-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 20-year plan. What's that?
Well, what I like to encourage people to do is to have 3 different plans: a short-term plan, a mid-term plan, and a long-term plan. And normally what I find is that people just have the long-term plan. If everything goes perfectly, I'm going to be fine at the end of the road. And they don't have good short-term plans.
Okay.
And so what I like to encourage people to do is to apply a stress test to their plans.
Are we on a treadmill for this?
A little bit.
What does that mean, a stress test?
Well, a stress test, what I'd like to do is to say, what if something happens between now and the next piece of time, whatever, 12 months? Say, I just happen to think, a few weeks ago we had those tornadic storms that came through Cleveland, right? And through our neighborhood, we had a number of people that had trees down. Well, that probably for some people was a $2,000 or $3,000 unexpected outlay. Well, if they had a plan down the road for X, Y, Z, and all of a sudden now they're outlaying $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to clean this up, where are they getting the money from? Which accounts are they doing it?
I know. You never know what's going to happen. Now let's talk about this. The economy, it's up, it's down, the stock market. I mean, and estate planning, and there's all kinds of, how do you inherit money, and it's too much.
Yeah, these are all these are all topics that, you know, each deserve their own segment, and we're going to be talking about those down the road.
Right. So I'm really excited that you're going to come back. You're coming back, I think, next show to talk about the IRA.
The Roth IRA.
Yeah, I know. I need help with that. But anyway, if you're like me and you need help with understanding money, you're going to want to get a hold of Ken Butsey. And the way to do that is to go on his website at integrityfirstplanners.com or give him a call at 216-751-4229. Thank you, Ken.
Oh, and I have a little gift for you.
You do?
This is what we like to keep in the office. It's a swan.
Oh.
And what we like to tell people is to sleep well at night. So if your plan allows you to sleep well at night, it's probably a good plan.
I'll take that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you next time. We'll be right back after this.
Kathy advises you on when helping your children could actually be hurting them. And on next week's show, have you or your mate let yourself go? We'll share tips on how to find your way back to beauty. Next week on Can You Relate with Kathy Dawson.
Okay, here we go again. One of my favorite segments, Get a Life. This is about getting up, getting off the couch, just going somewhere with people you love, people you care about, and making a memory. This week's Get a Life is all about you. It's about taking care of you in a lot of ways. And I'm going to talk about John Roberts Spa. So I'm going to pull this off of our Get a Life board. This is the Spa Getaway. And John Roberts Spa has 3 locations. There's Mayfield Heights, there's Chagrin Falls, and there's Solon. And there are so many different things that you can do at John Roberts. I went on their website and I thought, what is this? It's an Indian massage. I'd never heard of it. But anyway, it sounded very cool. So many different things you can do. You can wax, you can get your hair done, you can do your nails, you can get a massage, you can do a pedicure. It goes on and on. Anyway, if you're ready for this and you want to do something for yourself, you can visit our website at canyourelatetv.com, and then, or you can go to John Roberts' website, which is johnrobertsspa.com, and if you tell us what your favorite thing to do in Cleveland is, to get you off the couch and out, you could possibly win 2 free manicure, pedicure, some kind of treatment at John Roberts Spa. All right, we'll be right back with Can You Relate?
Craig and Mark Lindell and Grange Insurance understand that one minute you're out there living life to the fullest. The next thing you know, you've got sweeping changes to make and your family's future to think about. Talk to Lindell Insurance about how to save by putting all of your insurance with Grange, protecting your possessions and the ones you love. When things zig instead of zag, contact Lindell Insurance or visit their website.